everyone, I'm Miss Heather from the Tewksbury Public Library, and I'd like to welcome you to today's Maker Craft. We'll be making string art today, which is made by hammering small nails into pieces of wood and then wrapping string around in various designs. So of course, I'll need a small piece of wood. I have a little tree slice here that I'll be hammering into. You'll need some small nails. These are the nails that I have. They're small finishing nails, which means they're about 1 inch long and also on the thinner side. So these will help to make sure that the wood doesn't split too much, which could happen if you're using a bigger nail. You'll also need some string. Of course, using nails, you'll need a hammer, and you'll need adult supervision for sure. Some safety measures that you might want to consider using today is using a clothespin to hold the nail while you're hammering, or using a cap from a roofing nail. You could put this right through the nail that you're using, and that will create a cap to help keep your fingers safe. So definitely make sure you have an adult around, you have some safety measures, a clothespin or a cap from a roofing nail, and you have a wood slice, some string, and some nails. Gather those materials and meet me right back here. The first thing to do is decide how you want your finished piece to look. If you're making a design, you can use pencil to lightly draw dots to show you where your nails will go. You'll use the nails as the outline of your shape or design. So get designing and draw out where you'd like your nails to go, and then meet me right back here. So my name begins with the letter H, so you can see that I drew my dots here in red so that you could see them a little bit better. But on yours, you might want to consider drawing them in pencil so that they'll not show up too much, and then you can erase them if you'd like. Once you have your designs drawn on there, make sure that there's not any that are too close to the edge. You want to make sure that there's enough space in between the edge and where your nail will be. You don't want the wood to split. So make sure that you don't have it too close to the edges, not too close to that finishing hole where you can hang it up from. And then once you're all set, we'll start hammering. To hammer safely, you can pick up your nail and you can pinch your clothespin right around it, and that will help to protect your fingers while also giving you some space to hammer. You could also decide to use that roofing nail cap that we talked about earlier, and for that you'd just slide it right in and you'd hammer in your nail this way. This method is not as effective because it does require you to take the nail out and take the cap off and to push the nail back in. So find a method that works for you. Personally, I prefer the clothespin method. That's what I'll be using. And get those nails hammered in, gently tapping them maybe about 10 times each. If you have a nail that accidentally went in a little bit sideways like my middle one did here, an easy way to fix that is to just simply tap it into the direction that you want it to go. This one looks like it's a little bit loose, I'll have to push it in a little bit more. There we go, all set. So once your nails are in, give them a check to make sure they don't move around. Mine are all in there pretty securely. And it's time to begin stringing on our string. So to do that, pick one of your colors to be the first one. Unravel some and tie it on one of your nails, leaving a nice tail on the other side. And that tail will help you in case you want to tie new colors on, or if you decide that you want to string it up somewhere. Although with ours, we have those finishing holes, so we could string it up using the hole. So get your string tied on there, and then you can go ahead and just start wrapping around each of the nail pieces. So take it and wrap it And you'll bring this all around however you'd like. So I'm going to try to make mine look like the letter H. So I might just focus on this side for now. And you can wrap any way you'd like. It doesn't have to make sense. It doesn't have to be a rhyme or reason. It can be zigzags, however you want it to look. That's the beauty of string art. You could push it down if you would like to make room for more string to come on as well, and really bulk it up and add a lot of nice color. So get designing, get yours all looking like how you would like to. If you need to tie on a new color, you could either tie it onto the tail that we made earlier, or you could just go ahead and even tie it right on to one of your different nail pieces. When you have finished all of your stringing, you can cut off the part that you don't need, and you'll want to make sure that you tie it back together where you started with your other tail. And that will help to keep your string art nice and secure on your wood. So I'm just tying a double knot with my string like you're tying your shoes. There you go. You can trim off the excess, any extra pieces. And there you have a piece of string art. To take it to the next level, you might decide to paint the background or color in the background. Maybe you might do splatter paint, or you'll just paint it solid, however you want it to look. You might also decide to tie a string through the finishing hole and hang it up somewhere. So in today's Maker Craft, we made string art. I hope you had as much fun making it as I did, and I hope you'll tune in next week for our next Maker Craft. Thanks again for watching today, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Thank you, bye-bye.